Hey guys, this is Ayan. In this video, I'm just gonna go through some combat basics, voice communications, and discipline. Having played PvP games for years, I've learned a couple of things that's pretty important regardless of how big your group is. The first point I'm gonna bring up is the use of third person in communication. This means referring to yourself as your in-game name. For example, you're in a fight, and then someone on vent yells,
"Heal me, heal me, heal me!"
Can you tell who just asked for heals? Nope. This would have been better.
"Yourself needs heals, fighting 3 in mid."
Then you can immediately target whoever it is and heal. Saying "heal me" might be okay if you're in a small group or if you know and recognize your friend's voice very well, but if you're in a ventrilo this big and trying to coordinate a large-scale PvP fight, trust me, saying "heal me" is bad. Remember, not everyone you play with can match your voice to your in-game name, which brings me to another point. Try to use your in-game name as your vent name. It's just less confusing that way. Point number 2. Learn to read maps. You'd be surprised to know the number of people who can't tell east from west, north from south, and so on. So, just for clarification's sake, this is north, south, east, and west. Don't make up names for points that can be clearly described by the use of cardinal directions. Cardinal directions meaning north, south, east, and west. For example, in SWTOR, the Civil War Warzone, players like to use grass and snow, but to a player who has never done this warzone or has not memorized the terrain, they will have no idea which side is grass and which side is snow, especially since the map is not labeled as grass side or snow side. Neither are the speeders labeled that way. However, if you use east or west, new players can look at the map and see which side they should run to. This saves a lot of time and causes less confusion. Also, don't make up names for points when the game has already given them names. Like in SWTOR, the Void Star Warzone has doors on the east side and the west side. Even the game has given the doors names, East Door and West Door. Players like to say right and left, but from whose point of view? Left side from the spawn point or left side on the map? Because people do use both of those as a point of reference. That brings me to another point. Always use your map as a point of reference. Never use yourself or your spawn point as a point of reference. Never say west of me, because number 1, who is me? And number 2, where you're facing may not be where I'm facing. The map is always static, so please use it. Point number 3. Vent discipline and actionable intelligence. If you're in a large-scale PvP fight, it's best to listen and only give actionable intelligence. This means give information that your squad can act on. Like, for example, you're at a capture point and you see enemy players approaching. Don't just say,
4 ink, 4 ink!
4 inks to where? And are there enough people there to defend? This would have been much better.
4 ink west node need help, only 2 of us here.
This intel tells me that there are 4 enemy players heading to the west node and that you're gonna lose it if you don't get support from the rest of us. Don't use subjective terms like big ink or small group. Try to quantify the numbers the best you can. Also, acknowledge people on vent. If someone says,
Buffy, go scout east node, please.
Respond to him and say,
Roger that, Buffy scouting east.
or a simple,
On my way.
will do. Just so that the officer knows that his message has been received and the request is being done. If there is silence,
Hello? Hello?
Then the officer won't know if you heard him or not. And finally, don't give contradictory commands. If the officer says go to point A, just go to point A. The officer is an officer for a reason. He may have information that the rest of us are not aware of. Leave the decision making to him. Having too many chiefs giving orders just leads to more confusion, and that is bad, bad, bad. If you have a suggestion or just anything that you want to bring up, do it after the fight as a debriefing. So that is all for combat basics, voice communication, and discipline. The goal is to use Vent as a communication tool and convey as much critical information as possible, as concisely and accurately as possible. There are other combat basics such as moving as a unit and learning basic landmarks in the game, but that may be different for different games, and you learn all this as you go along anyways. I hope this helps. Have fun, guys!